All right, we're recording. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Team Beautiful Life's weekly team call. It is Wednesday, September 19, 2018 at 8:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today we're going to get started just by talking about some promos, some new things, very new and developing things that are coming that are really excited. So I know you guys will have some questions on some of this. Please hold them till the end. And full disclaimer, some of these are very new, so I will not have the answers, but if I don't have them, I promise you I will get them. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about, and I won't be able to see your guys' face because I'm in my back office right now. We have a lot of new things beginning October 1st, which is really, really exciting. So it was announced today in Coach Breaking News that as of October 1st, coaches can purchase challenge packs and completion packs starting October 1st. This is a huge deal because for coaches, we only were able to get that bundle discount when we signed up to be a coach or before we were actually coaches. So what this means, it's really not that different. Like some people are freaking out and be like, what does this mean? Really doesn't mean a lot, except that we can save some money when our Beachbody On Demand comes up for renewal. So instead of buying your Shakeology that month or your Performance Stack and buying your Beachbody On Demand renewal, now you can select a challenge pack instead and really get some savings on there, which is awesome. Also, in any new program launches, you can take advantage of the completion pack or the challenge pack for that too, which I guess they're just making it official because we had all the packages available starting back with the launch of 80 Day Obsession. So it's officially official. Starting October 1st, we'll be able to purchase challenge packs and or completion packs as applicable. So pretty awesome there. Thank you, Team Beachbody. We all know that the 2B Mindset certification course is available. I believe the promo pricing on that certification of $99 ends at the end of this month. So Maggie, I know you're getting 2B certified. I know a lot of people are. This is a great opportunity to take advantage of it before the month ends. Shift Shop Proving Grounds is coming out next month. And we have the new Shift Shop packages and bundles launching October 1st. So I'm not going to dive too deep into what all those are tonight because we'll talk about that next week when we game plan for the launch. But I want you to be aware of that. And last two housekeeping items. It is the final month this month to get $10 or 10 pounds off of packs and VIP early access to Lift 4. So Lift 4 will go just normal streaming as included in a Beachbody On Demand membership starting October 1st. So as of right now, they can still save the $10 by getting, the early VIP access with the resistance bands. Guys, pumpkin spice vegan Shakeology is sold out completely in the US. So if any of your customers or any of you guys snoozed, I'm sorry, but you lose or they lose. However, there will be some different ways we have that we can hook them up coming up. So please keep your eyes on our team page for that. And last but not least, we have a Team Beachbody apparel sale. So if there's anything cute that you have had your eye on, maybe check out teambeachbody.com to see if it's on sale. So now, any questions on any of that stuff? I mean, the challenge pack and completion pack thing is definitely really exciting. The Shift Shop packages are really cool. A lot of good stuff in there. What are your thoughts? Anybody? Bueller? Okay, cool.
I was going to say I'm kind of new to this on, trying to figure out how the process goes.
The process for purchasing challenge packs?
No, not that, but just like, I'm just I'm like trying to read through this stuff, but also like I kind of where to begin, like where would I?
Yeah.
Just trying to pull it
so
off.
Jody, funny thing is I'll be home.
Yeah.
You're still in Delmar, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm actually going home to visit my sister, and we can connect like Monday night probably, and go through the back office, and I can walk with you like how to like where to find the pricing on stuff, where to see like your sales, your deals that are going through, how to do a share cart, all that stuff. Yep. So we can do like kind of like a getting started or get a right start. If you like whenever you have time.
Okay.
Jody, if you want a little piece of advice that I try to give all new coaches, it's this. There's a reason you signed up. There's excitement. Try to just lead with that excitement. There will be time to figure everything out. It's like starting a new job. You opened a new business, man. It's going to take time to learn that stuff. There's a little bit of a feeling of overwhelm with that. That's completely normal, but don't let that feeling of overwhelm kind of derail you. Instead, when you start feeling that way, be like, damn, I'm running a business. This feels awesome. And just use it to kind of push you forward. You know what I mean? It is very normal to feel overwhelmed, but Michelle will have you, like, anything you need. You can always reach out to any of us. We've all been there, girl. I'm still there some days, so don't even worry. It's all normal.
It's like, well, when I was like, Michelle sent me the link for the, the booklet, like the book, and I was like looking, and I'm like reading, and I'm going, oh my gosh, there's so much stuff here. And I was like, okay, I can do this.
Well, think about when you started. Think about when you started your job, right? The job you have now. It's intense, man. It's a lot to learn. There's a lot of ins and outs. You're not expected to learn everything at once. It's your own business. You go at your own pace. There's plenty of room for error too. So don't even. That's good to hear.
That's good to hear.
Good. Okay. So Michelle and I were talking, and one thing that we want to restart. I'm just going to transition to the next topic, guys. One thing that we want to start is the group power hours again. So we're going to start by doing 2 group power hours open to our whole team, and we'll do them via Zoom to kind of help people just show up for their business, do the not so sexy stuff that really pushes us forward and helps us make money and helps us help our challengers. But when you're showing up or told, it's kind of like the workout Zooms in the morning, right? If you tell someone you're going to be on that Zoom, it's a lot harder to hit snooze and go back to bed because you feel bad. So we wanted to use the same principle and maybe do 2 work. I don't want to call them power hours, right? Because everyone does them a little bit differently. But we wanted to do 2 group work blocks per week, kind of where we just put our heads down and do our own thing, but we can brainstorm. Somebody can play music if they want. And I think what we're going to do is start 2 nights a week. I am going to do one tonight. You guys are welcome to join after this call. I have some things to finish up. I already did most of my inviting for today, but I do have a lot of follow-ups to do and a lot of messages to answer. So I'm going to do one tonight. But I'm thinking going forward, I might do them. I want to know what is the best night for you guys, because from a client standpoint, the best night to do inviting and following up is Friday nights, which I know is tough for those of us that have a social life, right? And if you have a social life, God bless you. I'm very jealous. But Friday is payday. Friday nights, a lot of people are just decompressing from the week. They're home, they're watching TV, they're on their phone. So it's a great day really and time to connect with people, to chat with people, to see how you can help them, and to get them on board. So I really kind of want to do one on Friday night, but I'm curious as to what your thoughts are on that. What days would work best for you guys? Would night ones be the best? Would an early morning one be better? Would a midday one be better? Tell me what would work best for you guys. And again, I just want to start kind of small. I want to start 2 a week, and then we can always expand from there. We can always do more. We can always do less. These are completely optional. It's nothing people have to show up to, but I think it would be helpful. So, Maggie, what do you think?
Oh, I think her kids just yelled in the background.
Just muted it.
Kids yelling? What's that?
I'm sorry. My son was being a pain in the butt. Joshua, what do you need, honey?
Normally it's my dog screaming, so.
No worries. All right. So Maggie, no, take care of what you need to take care of.
Back in my workout bug.
Michelle, what are your thoughts on?
Oh my God, that's so cute. So Fridays would be okay, but it would depend on the time. I love the idea of mornings, especially on the days that on my rest day, that would be great, but I don't know how that would fly with the better half. Gotcha. But 2 power hours a week, you let me know, I will be there because I need to get this going. So I love the idea of Wednesday nights after, we already have our team call, 9 to 10 o'clock after the team call, bust it out. Okay. I love that idea. Fridays, I'd like maybe 6:30 to 7:30 or, something like that.
Or we
But
could do one Friday mornings, maybe. Like get up early and do on Friday mornings. Like maybe we could, because Friday, I really feel strongly that Friday is just a good day. People are thinking about just a lot of things. And I don't know.
yeah. Mhm.
Sorry to interrupt. I do that as I think.
We can, I mean, so I like the idea of having 3 scheduled a week and pick 2. Like if you want to attend all 3, do 3. If you only want to do 2, pop in, pop out. But here are work blocks, whoever wants to show up, kind of like the morning Zoom. Whoever wants to show up, and maybe even have like a check-in on the team page that says, I'm power houring Wednesday from 9 to 10. Who's in there with me?
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? But like those.
I love the idea of doing a morning one. I think that would be really, really great. And then we have, I have a coach in the UK, so she'd be able to possibly join. The only thing with that is if we're using this Zoom for our power hour, becomes unavailable for the workouts. Because you can only have one Zoom conference going at once.
So I can set up a Zoom.
Okay, so the free Zooms stop at 45 minutes. So you could do a 45-minute conference at once. So maybe, yeah, so let's do that. And then we'll use your Zoom for the power hours.
Okay. Yeah.
And then, I mean, eventually, guys, working coaches, everybody, you're going to need to purchase a Zoom anyway. So you can do recordings and you can do, because there's a lot of different things you can use it for. But once you get to Diamond, we talk about all that stuff.
I mean, I have a WebEx that I can do all of this from. It just seems like Zoom is the platform that Beachbody people love. But if people don't mind WebEx, like I can host a WebEx and then you can do the share screen. Like everything is so much easier on WebEx in my opinion.
Oh yeah, let's just use your WebEx then for it.
Okay.
Can we log in without you though, or do you have to be there to start the meeting? That's the only thing.
I'll just share my network account. It's fine.
We'll talk about that offline. Okay, so Michelle's going to have some sort of account for us to use. Okay, so maybe let's schedule one for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we'll stagger the time. So Wednesday is easy. We'll do it right after the team call. Friday, I think we should do an early morning one. And then if we know we have that on Friday mornings, we can always shift our rest days to be on Friday. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then maybe Monday's a midday one. That way there's something available for everybody.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Like morning, what time?
Oh, God.
Monday, 11 to 12 is the wake up call.
What?
Monday, you said Monday midday. Just can't be 11 to 12 because that's yeah.
We could maybe do Friday midday and Monday early morning. It doesn't really matter. I want to do one on Friday. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll put up a poll in the team page and people can vote on it. All right. So that'll be good. Okay, cool. All right. So now I have 13 minutes to talk about what has been on my heart. And this is, for me, I don't even know. And I'm going to share some stuff with you guys and I may cry a little. I'm going to try not to. No, I hope I don't cry. But I was listening to a training with Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick yesterday, and it was all about how they recruit. And they, for Jody, you're new. So Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick are a husband and wife team from Canada. They were in the top 10 coaches of our entire network last year. They were like number 2 or 3. So they've got their ish together. They know what they're doing, and they do it well. They're super nice, like genuine, just good people. They're the type of people that when you're around them or if you're exposed to them, they just like light you up and they make you believe in yourself. It was great. It was just a great experience. But they find almost all of their coaches from their challenge groups. And here's what I was thinking is I think our challenge group is okay. I think it's good. I don't think it's great. And I think like way back when I first started, I would run through walls and I would like, I don't know, it just felt different. And I started thinking some really deep thoughts, right? And I also yesterday watched a video that another coach did, and she was goofy and funny and quirky. And I'm like, I used to be that person. And I had so much fun when I was like that. And why did I stop? Why did I stop? And here's what I'm going to tell you. And Michelle, you and I have had conversations about this before, but never about me because I never realized that I was doing this. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't try to mirror anybody else. Don't try to mimic anybody else. Don't try to be anybody else because you are one of a kind. You are one in a million. You are created exactly the way you are supposed to be created, and the gifts that you have, nobody else has, right? So don't try to rein in your personality, right? Like I have done probably for the last year and a half to try to fit in, because we're not made to fit in. We're made to be ourselves. And that is what is going to attract people. When you are being comfortable and you are being honest and you are going for it, and you're just sharing I see a child in the background, so I'm going to not say the SHIT word, but when you are just sharing your ish, my husband's yelling at me because he's trying to sleep. But when you're sharing your stuff, when you are being honest and raw and real and goofy and just a disaster, if that's what's going on, that's what lights people up. That's what gets people attracted to you. That's what makes people want to join you. And that is what helps you change people's lives. The second that you try to change yourself to fit in the mold of somebody else because what they're doing is successful, you start doing yourself a discredit, right? And I read this quote, so I'm reading for personal development right now. I am reading a book called The Best Yes. And it's a little on it's actually more than a little on the religious side, which I don't necessarily mind. It's not normally my thing, but the message in this book is really good. And a quote that stood out to me today was, "Show me a decision and I'll show you a path." She was talking, I'm going to actually just take my computer downstairs, so stick with me if it gets a little dark in here. And my husband has to go in for a double, so I should be quiet. So what she said in the book today was, "Show me a decision, I'll show you a path." And what she meant by that, she was talking about at a high school graduation, if people 10 years in the future, 20 years in the future could look at that graduation and know what was going to happen in their lives, who they were going to be, the things that they were going to encompass, the decisions they were making right then, and what it would transpire to be, would they make that same decision? And so when she said, "Show me a decision, I'll show you a path," everything you decide to do leads you in a certain direction. So when you make those decisions, when you post something, if it doesn't feel right, like if you're posting something just to post something, don't post it. Post something because it resonates with you, because the people that are attracted to you, the people who want the same thing that you're getting out of this journey, won't feel a vibe from that post. And I feel like this team is representative of so many different backgrounds and people and personalities and things that, I'm good at certain things. Michelle's good at certain things. Maggie's good at certain things. Jody's good at certain things, but we're not all good at the same things. And I think the most power you can have when you are sharing your stuff on social media, the way to get the best following, the way to change the most lives, the way to help influence the most people to do what you're doing because it's working for you, is simply by being you. Sharing your shit, sharing your journey, sharing your struggles, sharing your successes, sharing your celebrations, and don't change it in for anybody. Obviously, there's successful coaches, but they're different. Like there's top coaches, the top 10. If I posted like Melanie Mitro, it would be super weird. And I feel like for the last couple of months, that's what I've done, because I've gotten away from just being myself. I'm goofy. I'm quirky. I'm smart. Sometimes I'm annoying, and I definitely talk a lot. And those things are it's okay to have those come across in my posts. And for some reason, I shut that down. So it's been on my heart. I'm disappointed in myself that I was letting that happen and didn't realize it. But I want to use this revelation as like a learning opportunity for you guys. It's tempting to try to go with what feels easy because it's what's working for somebody else. Mm-hmm. Don't do it because it doesn't feel natural, and it's not going to end up being the best you that you can be. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I can just urge you that just, dude, embrace your mess. Your mess is your message. And just roll with it, rock with it, be proud of it. One other thing I caught myself doing is we have this year another family at our bus stop. We've never had, I mean, in the whole 1 year that my kids have been going to school and taking the bus, we were the only family last year. So we had a new family that we're out there with every morning and every afternoon. And they were asking me what I did. I'm like, oh, you know, I have a health and wellness business. No, Amy, be proud of that. You wouldn't be doing this for 2 years if you weren't proud of it. So be proud of what you do. Bleed Beachbody Blue. Realize that you have the power to change lives. Realize that your journey is not going to be perfect, and it shouldn't be perfect. Perfect is boring. People don't like that. People don't like to see that everything you do is easy and everything works exactly the way it's supposed to. And it just embrace it. Be proud of who you are. Be proud to flaunt your stuff, and that's how people are going to join you. Not any other way. Fall in love with yourself again, man, and just share it. That's it. I mean, it really was like this big revelation. I can't pinpoint the moment that it happened, but I feel like there's so many voices. There's so much noise sometimes. There's so many, try this. This is a new tactic we're doing. Use this post. Do this. This is the thing. And it gets confusing. And I feel like we have a tendency to lose ourselves in that a little bit. And I'm surprised that it happened to me. I'm surprised that I didn't realize it happened to me. And I think there's something very joyful about just really owning who you are, embracing who you are, sharing that, and having that influence people in a positive way. And through this business, through this opportunity, we all have the chance to do that, which is pretty flippin' awesome, if you ask me. So I'm bleeding Beachbody Blue. Next time someone asks me what I do, I'm gonna be like, I have a Beachbody business, and it's a terrible name, but it's a great company, and I get to change people's lives every day. What do you do? They're gonna be like, oh, I want to do that. Right?
Exactly.
So just rock it, own your stuff, make your mess your message. Don't try to be perfect. Being perfect is boring. It's not true. Anybody who is perfect or tries to show that they're perfect has got to be exhausted, because that is definitely a role that they're playing. It's not real life, man. So I wanted to, you know, the decisions you're making now and the things that you choose to do now create the path that you're going down. So I don't want you guys fixating on decisions that, like something for a post. Like, don't overthink things. Just go with what's in your gut. Listen to your intuition and just rock it out, because we're all very different, but we're all very capable of just rocking this business and helping people like live longer. Do you realize how awesome that is, that we can help people live longer, be healthier, and teach their families to do it? Like, that's a big deal, guys. It's a big deal. That's what I got. That's all I got today.
No, it was awesome.
So wait, yeah. You started off by talking about the challenge group and feeling like the challenge group is a little bit
on autopilot. I feel, and
yeah.
this is where it came from, is like, I feel like I'm posting stuff in there and we're posting stuff in there because we should and we have to, and we do, because that's our job, right?
Yeah.
But there's not a reason that we can't share different things. So one thing I was thinking, I was talking with Tammy. We were both talking about how we fell off the wagon. Like, I was like, well, I didn't really fall. Like, I took a running dive with a margarita in my hand, rolled, and didn't spill my drink, drank it, and then gained like 20 pounds. She was laughing. But then we started talking about like financial planning. Like, there's other things we have going on in our lives that we can incorporate into the challenge group. Like, it doesn't need to be all fitness. Fitness is important. Health is so important, but life, man, is really important too. I don't know. Like, I was almost thinking we can incorporate a budgeting section or just something that's relevant to people.
Jody, you're new to the group. Like, what do you think, like, what are your thoughts on the energy and like things that you think new challengers would want to see?
I think that I think that for a lot of people, you know, having kids and getting older and our bodies are changing, and around every corner there's this new thing that we're like, okay, what's this all about? Oh yes, hormones, you know, like just all of this crazy stuff. And we're trying to tackle all of it while staring at magazines in the checkout aisle that either tell us what we should look like or what we should be eating for dessert. And it's kind of a mixed message. And sometimes you do, when you're like tired or you're having one of your moments where you're low, your reserves are low in your tank, your energy tank of life, that you're like, gosh, it's no wonder half of us are all screwy, because we don't know where we fit in. A lot of us are still trying to figure out who we are. I mean, I would like to think that I know who I am, but life is always changing and things are always changing. And so we're always, as people, individuals, we're always changing and evolving. And I think that sometimes people get stuck in this complacency of life, and they say, you know, they don't have time. There's so many different things that can come into play. Like they're just so 100% being a mom that they kind of put themselves on the back burner, or they're so into their work because they have deadlines and things like that, that takes precedence sometimes over other things. And I think people just need to know that you're on camera, Dad. Hubby's coming in for a second. But I think people just need to know that there's no like one set goal. You know what I mean? Like, everybody has a different goal. Everyone's starting at a different place in their life. I think that's why there's a billion different workout programs and diet programs out there, because no one solution works for everybody. You know, like later in my life, I started experiencing this like gluten sensitivity to gluten, and that threw everything off. My lower back, like, you know, my L5S1 disc is basically saying bye-bye on its own, and so that screwed everything up. I used to be an avid runner and cyclist, and that just all got shot right out the window. And I've been desperately trying to figure out, as my back is in the process of fusing, these two vertebrae are like fusing together naturally, they said. Just funny. But like I've been trying to figure out how to get over this hump, and I just saw Michelle's posts, you know, on Instagram and otherwise, and I was like, what's this all about? And being a mental health counselor, I am a huge advocate for people taking control of their lives in every sense of the word. Just like getting in the driver's seat. So, you know, like some people have addiction, some people have difficulty reining in their emotions that are swirling around a recent loss or some experience or a trauma in their past, and they don't know how to process it the right way. And the same thing goes with, you know, how our bodies are ever changing, and, you know, either not doing what we want our body to do or expect it to do, or completely throwing us, you know, for a loop, because now we got to figure something else out, like we're going through menopause, or, you know, I remember like everything changes. So people need to not lose hope. You know, there's something out there, and there's other people out there that are going through similar things, you know, and we'll work, you know, I like the whole attitude and approach with others, like, you know, we'll do this together.
Yeah.
It's really putting a focus on, you can do this, you're going to slip, everybody slips. Our goal is not to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated, because let's face it, that's just not happening. And I like being a mental health counselor, so I like being a mental health counselor, so I don't want to change that, but I want to feel better about myself. I want to feel stronger. I want to have energy to do, you know, play with my kids and do stuff, and be in control of the situation with my back. So I think a lot of people are like, I'd love to do this and that, but I feel like I can't, or there's something that we're afraid of. You know, people are oftentimes afraid of failing, so they want to try.
We talked about that like 2 weeks ago, right? Overcoming
they buy the product. Yeah, they buy the product, they buy all the stuff, and then they're like, ugh, they're not motivated to get out of bed, or they're not motivated, or they say, oh, I'll do it at the end of the day, but then they're wiped out from work and all these other responsibilities. Right. So you got to make it so that people are like, I can do this, I can get there, Like I was posting here and there, like what my workouts were, but then I got into a point last week where I was taking my photos and saving my workouts, but just not posting them in the group. You know, and then I'd go home after my workout or get in the shower after my workout and then go to work. And boy, you know, once I get to work, it's like, because of my job, like the type of job I have, it's so, foster care is like everything's on fire and and everybody's in crisis all the time. And so it's like, you can say, oh, I'll talk to you at like 1, but then it's like something happens and you're caught up in some other impromptu meeting or like a phone call with a foster parent. So life is super busy. I think that people need to know that it's okay. Just like you're saying, it's okay to be you.
Yeah.
It's okay to be
Yeah.
yourself. Don't always be yourself. Everyone else is taken.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It's
Oh my
so
God.
That's a famous quote. And I was at a wedding on Friday. On Thursday night at the rehearsal dinner, there was nothing else in this bar. Like there's some Hunter S. Thompson stuff, like it was that kind of bar. But there was this quote framed on the wall. Don't try to be anybody else. Everybody else is already taken. Or just be yourself.
I
Everybody
love that.
Great. So Jody, that's great insight. And Michelle and Maggie, you know, we've been doing this for a while, and I feel like with the challenge groups, right? We keep trying to get creative. We keep feeling like, or I'll speak for myself. I feel like my content could be better.
Yeah.
And I got to get over that.
Yeah.
You know what I need to do is realize the purpose of the content, and then the joy that people get. The joy it gets people to just see a motivational quote in the morning, or to see a heart on their workout. You know what I mean? So I think there's changes we can make to streamline our challenge groups and make them like rock star. So Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick are a 2-person team running one business account, and he does all like the training stuff. She does the challenge group. Like that's her only job. You know what I mean? So obviously their challenge groups are going to be like presidential level. You know what I mean? So, well, I think though, we need to be ourselves and just be goofy. Like I have so much fun when I see those stupid workout memes and post them in the group of like the ladies from the 80s.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is so
They
funny.
just crack me up, so I share them in the group.
I also think
that's
that I also think that sometimes it's great, and I hope you don't mind my saying, but it's great when people are like, here's what I did. But I think sometimes it also motivates people when you ask them, I don't know, it's like you were saying, it seems like automatic, like just post stuff because you feel like that's what you're supposed to be doing. But asking other people, like I think posts that are really effective at drawing people in and making them feel like they're supported include saying, hey, if you have a minute, post one act of human kindness that you witnessed today, or something along those lines, so that people feel like it isn't just about working out and fitness. I think, and I don't know.
I love that.
I'm not a dude. I'm not a dude, but I can say that I know that women, being part of a group, even if it's a fitness group, it also helps to say, once in a while, just touch base and be like, share something about what's going on in your life right now, or what is something, just like asking people, like, what's something that significant that happened recently in your life and that you feel comfortable sharing. Like, I think that people, if they feel like they can actually get to know each other, I'm not saying like full disclosure of all kinds of weird things and trauma and shit, but like just like a little bit, people start to get to know each other. They feel like they really are connected. They're not just sharing posts and pictures and workouts. They're like,
and
oh, these people, these people, I feel like I really know them, and I feel like they really know me, and so we do matter. Like we do matter.
So I'm going to say every single person I have in a group matters so much to me, so much, and I know it's the same. But if you think about the people who post all the time and the people who really are in that, they're the people who've been around for a long time, and they do feel that sense of community and that sense of belonging and that sense of family. And I want to replicate that. So Jody, that's a phenomenal suggestion. If you have a minute, share below
Bring in a little something like
that you witnessed today.
I was
Or that
thinking
you
even on
performed.
top of
right.
yeah, even on top of that, like, you know, we always do like these like fit challenges, like hold a plank for a minute. We could do like pay it forward challenges. Like today, I challenge you to pay it forward. It doesn't have to be fitness related. Buy somebody else's cup of coffee. Give a homeless person like a meal of a day, and share in the group how you paid it forward.
Yeah.
Like,
hold the door open for a mother with a stroller and 7 children. Just hold the door open. That's
I think I think that's awesome, because I think the beauty of social media is that, yes, we live in a really freaked out, messed up, stressed out world. And like, it does seem like sometimes, and I see lots of horrifying things in my line of work. And so it is easy to feel overcome with, you know, what's the point? Like, what are we doing here? Everyone's mad, you know, everything's on fire. Like, what are we doing? If we can see more good things, like, social media is a great way to boost people in every facet of their life. So people might be working out and doing really well, but then feeling like lonely in their marriage, or feeling like they're gonna be facing an empty nest soon, or, you know, things like that. And so it's nice to kind of connect with people and do that, like pay it forward, or just share a little something, and then people really feel a deeper connection. Like, they feel, you know, like this is it's you want to go to the group because of all the fitness stuff, right? But you also want to go to the group because you want to see the next thing that we're talking about, or you want to see what other people are sharing in other parts of their lives, and because there's more positivity in general. Like, the social, as you know, can bombard you with, like, you know, sign this petition to stop people from cutting dogs up, you know, in China, and just all this crap, and it flies across your screen, and you're like, you're bringing me down. I know this stuff exists. I don't want to see it. Like, I don't need that. And so if we can really place a huge emphasis on
positivity,
right,
spread the love. So what if we do in our group a theme of pay it forward Fridays, and they have to find some way to pay it forward. You know what? So Sean Acor, he has a challenge where you randomly, first thing in the morning, after you get like your you time or your disconnected time out of the way, you send just a random, not a random, but like you pick somebody ahead of time, maybe the day before, and you send them a gratitude email to start your day and to start their day, or a text message or whatever. And we don't necessarily need to do that, but that's definitely a concept that we can introduce into the group. Jody, I love this. I love spreading the love. I firmly believe there's a lot of not so great stuff in the world, but there's so much more good stuff. But with social media, we focus on the not so good stuff. So it's there, and it makes people feel good to focus on that. So I love Pay It Forward Friday. We could do that one this Friday. We could just have every Friday be Pay It Forward Friday with different themes. And we can set them up the week ahead or something. You know, we've tried to do it before. I have somebody shout out somebody in the group for something awesome they've done, and that's great. But then you get the people who, you know, have their favorites, and it's the same group of people always complimenting each other. So we stopped doing that. But I think, like, talking about a random act of kindness that you witnessed or that you performed is awesome. Makes people feel good, and just, so let's do that for this Friday. I love that. And then let's all talk about it in our posts. Like, not only is, because Jody's absolutely right. Jody, you're so smart, by the way. Not only is this a fitness group, but it's like a happy life group, you know? Like, we all matter, we're all important, and we can all make a difference, whether we're coaches or not. And this is how we did it this week, or whatever, you know?
That also, see, giving people little, like, mini tasks, like, hey, today's Pay It Forward Friday. People will start making a conscious effort. Like, it's not like you're holding them to task, but they make a more conscious effort. Like, these are things that we want to be doing on a regular basis, but we're so busy.
Yeah.
You know, we're so busy doing life that we don't make a new friend at the store. You know, we don't do those things. I think that's what we're losing. Like, we need more of that in this world, that we need just people to be like, hey, what's going on? You look down, you know, or just kind of reminding ourselves, it has to be a conscious effort. It doesn't just happen automatically. We want it to be automatic, but it is something just like everything else, like brushing your teeth. It's got to be something we practice. So
Yeah.
if you do those things, people are like, okay, I'm getting in shape. I'm getting my body in shape. This is good for my mind too. But everything else needs to kind of feel good too. So, you know,
All right, so what I'm going to do tomorrow then,
workouts make you feel awesome, but doing good things and doing good for others just for the sake of the goodness of the act makes you feel like you have a full life. And everything else kind of like falls into place, you know?
Yeah, totally. No, I love it. It's like right up my alley. I love it. I am a love spreader.
Hey, everybody.
That could have been taken in a lot of bad ways, so we'll just keep it PG.
Yeah.
So tomorrow I have my morning post going up. I've been so bad at setting up the polls to go up at night. Sorry, check-in was like 8 p.m. tonight. Sorry, everybody.
I love the poll. I love the poll check-in. I think it's
so
like
much easier,
super
right?
easy, and it's like
I was so
resistant
to it because I was like, it's so stupid, but it's not. It's
No, I love it. Rather than writing all that stuff out, it's just click, 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 and that's it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna.
But I love what's even in there because it makes you think about what you did today, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like I didn't work out, I didn't shout out anybody in the community, like I didn't like. I'm like, oh man, I really need to step up my game because these are expectations of being in this group.
But
so I love it.
I say, did you love yourself? Like, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
That better be happening from all of you every day. I will be sad. But we also need to set the example, guys, with the polls. We need to make sure that we're just clicking the boxes too. It takes like 5 seconds. But I'm going to preset them so that hopefully I tried to preset some for the 2B mindset group and they never went up. So I'm convinced it won't work. But I'm going to try it again anyway. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to post like a, hey, just so you know, this is what we're going to be looking for tomorrow. We're trying something new. We really hope that you are as excited about it as we are. It's going to be Pay It Forward Friday. Just find a way to make someone's day better. Maybe you buy somebody a coffee. Maybe you hold open a door for somebody. Maybe you help an old lady cross the street. That cliche will make you feel good.
Yeah.
Whatever it is,
100%.
take some time to make someone else's day a little bit brighter, and then we're going to ask you to share in the group. So I just want people to understand that going into Friday. So
I love it.
Okay, awesome. I feel like this was a really productive call, even though we're 15 minutes over. I'm sorry, I'm the worst at sticking to the time.
No, I think it was really great. Well, there was a ton of information. I mean, sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. Totally fine.
Yeah. And there's, guys, I want you to understand for all of your discount coaches, like the whole you can buy a challenge pack or a completion pack now is a big deal when it comes time for them to renew. Like, I mean, it saves people like $50.
Yeah.
You know?
Huge. Yeah.
So that's great. It's just, and they kind of were already doing it. I said that in the leader thread. I was like, they're already doing this, guys, with any new launch that came out, like with 80-day obsession, we could buy the early access and then the performance stack with, so it really has been happening, but now it's just official, which is exciting. And it's probably easier. My poor ring light, it's like dying. It's not white anymore. It's this gross yellow color now. So, okay. So I'm going to stop recording now. Great call. Shift Shop, I will get information out on what those packages are. And guys, we're going to keep it real simple with Shift Shop. We were talking about it in the leader call today, or the leader page today, that probably for the rest of the year until Transform 20 comes out, there's two schools of thought, right? You can run with every single new launch and try to maximize on them. Or you can pick your core stuff and then sprinkle it around it. This has a tendency to be overwhelming and causes people to shut down because it's too much. This has a tendency to be more effective and more successful. So we're leaning as the big team dream again towards focusing on 2B mindset with everybody, because when you get people to join on and Michelle, this is going to be hard for you and I, but we can change our mindset around this, right? Because you and I are so into the fitness aspect. It's changed a lot of things. But here's the thing. If someone does the 21-day fix and they eat well for that 21 days and then they move on to another program, guess what? This is me, 150%. That probably means their nutrition was great for 21 days out of the year, because they focused on exercise instead of nutrition, when really we need to start people with nutrition, because that's the hardest part. And then sprinkle in exercise, the fitness part, because really we need both, but what we really want for people to stick is the nutrition part.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it looks like for the rest of the year, we're really going to be, we're going to have shift shop. And what we'll probably do is just reach out to anybody who did shift shop before and see if they're interested in a challenge pack or a completion pack or whatever. There's probably going to be a test group with Chris Downing. It's going to be hard, but it will get results. But again, probably we're just going to lead with the 2B mindset. The $220 package is going to be like our best friend, I think, for the rest of the year. What do you guys think about that? Good?
Yeah,
Does it make sense, like the thought process behind it?
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like everybody struggles with nutrition like some way, and I feel like they need to be mindset in some way, and I'm really excited I'm getting certified in it so I can actually learn the science behind it and just be like more knowledgeable when I'm talking to the girls on, to my girls. I don't know, like I feel like fitness is a little bit maybe easier than nutrition. I don't know.
Yeah. So, and here's the other
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
right? Is people are going to have things happen where maybe they can't work out. My heel has been injured since May, and I've been working out since May with an injured foot. A, because I gained weight, and B, because it hasn't healed. I'm going to the podiatrist on Thursday. Here's the thing. If I knew how to eat right and had my eating in line and actually followed a plan, I probably wouldn't have gained like the 15 pounds I gained this summer, right? Maybe I still would have. I don't know. I really like margaritas. But
Summer is tough.
it is tough, especially with the margaritas. Maggie knows how much I like margaritas.
Me too.
I know.
Skinny girl margaritas.
Yeah, but they cost like double, so forget it. So that's our thought process behind that, but more to come on kind of all of that stuff. And as it flows in, I will post it in the group, or we'll talk about it in the team call. All right.
Okay.
I love you guys.
Sounds
My
good.
phone is upstairs after my husband yelled at me to shut.
I got some pictures. I'll send them to you.
Okay, cool. Wait, let me stop recording and then